put your hands together for Mr. Mike Lebovitz!
Thank you, Kevin. That's too much. Well, it's just about the right amount. Thank you. You guys are a smart crowd. Kevin said to put your hands together, but you knew to take them apart again and put them back together again, or there'd be no noise, and it would just look like you were praying. So it's a good thing you didn't do that, because I don't have the answers, you know. Yeah, this is, I don't know, better than a dolphin show. No pressure. Jesus Christ. It is good to be here. I've been a little self-conscious lately. I got my hair cut like okay. That might be surprising to some of you. Like, he used to look worse. I look bad. I know that. I've been doing some things to try and look better. Like, I got the haircut. I got a mirror. I did that. I don't know if you've ever gone for a while without a mirror and then gotten one, but I'll tell you, it doesn't really help. Just kind of makes you aware of the problem, is all it does. So nowadays, instead of just leaving the house, I'll stop first and go, oh, shit. I guess you can see that ketchup stain. You know, and then I just kind of... I always feel bad after a haircut, because it's always like, I don't like, you know what, they like try and make it look too nice. And that's not really my thing. Like, nice isn't really my wheelhouse. And I don't tell, like, you go in and they like insist on washing it. And I'm just like, I don't like what shampoo does to my hair. And, you know, they're like, no, you don't understand. We're washing it or we ain't touching it. I'm like, okay, all right, get in there. And then they show it to me. And then afterwards, isn't it too nice always? Like, I just feel like it's like, oh man. I said clean it up, not make it look like I might actually have a job. You know, like I don't want overkill here. It's hard for me to describe the look that I'm going for. I should just tell her. Like, because I think really the look I'm going for is like, I just realized this, like when I show up for parent-teacher conferences for the first time, I want my kid's teacher to take one look at me and go, oh, I get it. Okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I had a whole speech prepared, but under the circumstances, he's doing very well. That's how I want it to go. I do have kids. People here got kids? You guys got kids? Good for you. No, that's all right. You and me. Don't worry about them. All right? And I like the pride there. We all make mistakes. Own that. That's good. We do. My first mistake just turned 12. And I'm kidding. I don't know how old he is. He's cute though. My wife and I were actually expecting a new mistake in a few months. So that's, yeah, thank you. It is. It's exciting. People ask us if we know the sex. We don't know the sex, so we're not going to find out. That's exciting. Like, even after it's born, we're not going to look. You know, we feel like it's none of our business. Maybe we'll find out prom night, maybe not. Frankly, I don't think you can determine the sex of a child from a sonogram, right? I mean, you might see a penis on the screen, but it's 2015. There's no guarantee that that baby will identify as male, you know? Right, stop trying to force your narrow heteronormative viewpoint onto my unborn baby. Right? That baby will be whatever that baby feels it is. And that baby will fuck who that baby wants to fuck. All right? Preferably while they're not still babies, but I'm not here to judge, okay? I'm here to support that baby. I'm not a great dad. I do my best. I'm an okay dad. I'm not terrible. I'm all right. I got some of the things a dad needs to have, not others. I'm like in that middle ground, right? Like I'm not great at instilling morals or discipline or any of that, but I will finish the shit out of your sandwich. You know what I mean? Like I've got, right? You got into a fight at school? I don't know what to tell you, pal. But if you're having trouble with those fries, slide them this way. I got you. I messed up bad with the little one the other day. I hurt him. I didn't mean. Oh, I got a little one too. I got a 3-year-old or a 2 or one who's about this size. I have and. I heard him. I didn't mean to. He was running for the door. He wanted to get in the car, right? And I was like, oh, you want to get in the car, but you're not going to be able to open it yourself. Super Dad's going to swoop in and open the door with his Super Dad powers. Yeah, Super Dad didn't know his own strength, y'all. Pulled that door a little too hard and knocked out his little boy. Yeah, I'll tell you, after I stopped laughing, I felt terrible. Right? Not because he got hurt, because kids get hurt. That happens. But what I felt bad about was that there was no lesson there. Right? There's supposed to be a lesson. Kids get hurt, but you learn, oh, the stove is hot. Good to know, right? Knives are sharp. Or like, when Daddy says, get me a beer, it means right now. Like, you learn a lesson. All he learned is my father is a giant oaf who should never be trusted, which is actually not a bad lesson. So, Some of the other guys were talking about this. I've been traveling a little bit also, and that's cool. I actually did some shows in Europe recently. Some of you have heard of it. That's good. It is a continent. If you were wondering, this this is what an international comedy star looks like. We all kind of look like, hey, what if Joaquin Phoenix had pizza for every meal? We all kind of have that same look. That's what they're into over there. I don't question it. I just take their euros, I don't worry about it. I recommend every American should visit Europe if you ever need a reminder how fat and stupid you are, because they're a little thinner, smarter, and they will go out of their way to make sure you know that. It is so helpful, It started on the plane. I was flying Royal Scandinavian Airlines, which already sounds a little uppity to me, but all right. I get on the plane and I'm taking off, and I guess the whole plane is. I'm not doing it specifically, and I'm taking off, and some jagoff gets on the intercom talking trash. He's like, "This is your captain speaking." Like, okay, whatever you say. Aye. He said, I couldn't believe this. He said to me, would you believe what he said to me? Again, to everyone, not just to me, but I took it personal. He said, we'll be cruising at an altitude of 12,000 meters. I have no idea what that means. What's a meter? Is that an inch? Is that a mile? What are we doing, Cap? We scraping the moon? We skimming the ocean? What's the plan here? I literally have no more information than if you had said nothing at all. So maybe you won't keep them tidbits to yourself, fancy pants, I don't know. And then they make you feel so fat, which just seems unnecessary, right? I was staying most of my time I was in Switzerland in this town called Montreux. It's near Geneva, and they speak French there because they're super gay. And I was getting out of the shower in the hotel. The towel would barely fit around my waist. They're doing that on purpose. The concierge is down there all the American in room 611. Give him the tiny towels, eh? We'll fuck with his head. So, it's good to be back here in America where people are fat and things make sense. So, that was kind of an anomaly for me. Flying out there was an anomaly. I don't want to, big time you guys with showbiz terms, but I am primarily still in what we call in the business the megabus phase of my career. Is still where I'm at. I don't know if you guys have ever been on the megabus. I actually happen to prefer it to flying, and I'll tell you why. That's not a popular opinion, but this is why I prefer the megabus to the airplane, because in addition to a slight price difference, there is also a mild yet noticeable security difference, which I appreciate. You can bring anything you want on the megabus. It's all right. Got a dead body at home? Bring it along, Throw it in a duffel. Show it the country. As long as you can load it up onto that baggage compartment by yourself, they're not asking any questions. Arrive at your destination. Whose bag is this? I don't know. Walk away. You just got away with murder. That should be their slogan. Megabus, how to dispose of a body for as little as $1 each way. You clapped and then you were like, is that creepy if I clap? Have I let on too much? Must they all die too? Yes, they must. Totally different scene at the airport. You guys been to the airport, man? Ooh, boy, they're uptight at the airport. I'll tell you what, man. They pat you down. They swab you. At least they do that to me. I don't know if they do that to you guys. They put you in that one machine. You know the one that x-rays your civil rights or whatever it does. Yeah. I was thinking about this. I was like, man, that's too much. Why are they doing all this? What's the big deal? What are they? And then it struck me. I'm like, oh, right. Before I get on the plane or before anyone gets on the plane, they want to, the airlines, the other passengers, everyone, they all want to make sure that you don't have a bomb. That's why they do that. They want to do everything they can to make sure you don't have a bomb. Whereas when you travel by megabus, deep down, they're kind of hoping you do. That's the main difference. It's just a different scene. It's a different crowd, They have a different outlook on life. That's all it is, right? You've seen these people with their fly-in money, right? You know these pricks prancing around the airport. Da, da, da. Oh, who me? Oh, I'm about to meet my fiance in Milan. And we're going to visit all the World Heritage sites in reverse order this time, just for giggles. Life is precious. Yeah, that's right. Fuck them, man. By contrast, everyone getting on the megabus just gets on the same way, right? Everyone getting on the megabus just gets on going, I'm about to be on this bus for 12 hours. And then I'm going to be in Cincinnati. So if anyone has any executive decisions, this could be the time. No need to screen the bags. Let's roll the dice, is all I'm saying. Was looking forward to that stop at Wendy's, but if I gotta go, I gotta go. Anyone here from Cincinnati? I didn't mean to. All right, fuck them then. No, that's actually one of my least favorite things, that city-based chauvinism people do. I don't like that. You know what I'm talking. That city? That city? No, no, no. Your city? Stinky doo-doo. You should come to my city. My city better. Bars open later. Yeah. More sports teams. Doo-doo, not quite as stinky, or whatever. I don't exactly know how people talk. I do cocaine. Generally, I am the one speaking. I don't always know what other people have to say. Frankly, it doesn't seem that important to me. But I do think that's dumb. This city's bad. This city's good. It's all relative, and it depends on your experience. You know. Put it to you another way. I got a blowjob in Peoria one time. I gotta say, that's one hell of a town. I'm going back there for show, you know. I'm gonna bring my wife next time. I'm kidding. She has no business there. Yeah. Flying, megabus. Oh, sometimes I drive. Got a license and everything. I did that a little while ago. I did some shows down in the South. The South, you might be familiar with it. It is a cardinal direction. One of your maps is located towards the bottom. I went down there. I went down to Alabama. I drove from Chicago. I don't know if you guys are geography buffs or what your deal is, but I'll tell you this. Chicago and Alabama are... they're not nearby one another. There's a little distance there. And I actually almost missed the first show I was doing because I was using this thing called Google Maps. I don't know if you are familiar with this dog shit software. They didn't send me the wrong way. They just believed in me a little too much, you know. Like a normal GPS, you put in your destination, it spits out an ETA, and you figure, okay, but I drive like a man, though. I'm going to go 5 or 10 over the limit. I'm going to be there a little sooner. Thank you very much. Not Google Maps. They already got that part factored in, the bastards. They are so wildly optimistic. I don't know what they're thinking. They think like you've got a lead foot, a steel bladder. And the cops, no, they're on vacation, man. Don't worry about it. That's what they think. ETA from Google Maps is not an estimate. That's a challenge, is what it is. They're like, where you going, Birmingham? Okay. Bet you can't be there by 7:22. Go get them. But I made it down there, and this is what surprised me, because I never really... I just recently started traveling, you know, and I haven't been down to the South ever. I'm a simple Midwestern boy, and this is what... I thought people in the South would be different from the Midwest, and there were some superficial things, and that was about it. Like, they're a little larger. They talk slower. They say y'all instead of whatever I don't know. Use mugs or whatever we say. I don't know what we say up here. The only real noticeable difference with people down south and people up here, and this was by no means everyone, but it was enough that I was like, oh, well, I guess that's like a categorically different, is a few people down there still choose to display the flag of a long-defeated would-be separatist state 150 years later to express their frustration at no longer being allowed to own human beings, which seems weird to me. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Confederate flag in public, but every time I see it, I'm just like, it doesn't mean keep going, right? Like that's That's on your belt buckle. Might want to untuck your shirt. Your bigotry's showing. You can see that. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. They try and defend it down there. That's the weird thing to me. They'll be like, no, the Confederate flag is not about slavery. It's about a way of life. And it's like, ooh, that's the problem. That's the way of life some people had because they owned other people. It wasn't all porch swings and sweet tea for everybody. You know, you can't separate that out, right? You don't see a lot of Germans flying the swastika, you know, like, oh, it's not about the genocide. Just love that good old Nazi culture, right? Nothing against the Jews. They just like the trains to run on time. Like, what are you talking about? All right, that's good enough. We'll end with the Holocaust. Why not? Why not?